Hey guys, Sharp1 here again with another scripting tutorial. Today I'll be teaching you guys about are explosions, humanoids, and tools. And yes, I now do have an intro. If you guys like it, please say something about it in the comments. If you don't like it, here's something as well. If enough of you don't like it, I'll change it. Maybe. So, go ahead and open up Roblox Studio, and we can get started. Just open up a base plate from here, and insert a script. So first of all, I'll teach you about are explosions. So to create one, you do the same thing as you do to create a part. We'll do E equals instance dot new, and then instead of typing in part, you type in explosion. We're gonna put it in the workspace. So there are some properties you need to know about. So for that, I'll insert one into the workspace so we can look at them. So there is blast pressure, which is how much damage it is going to do. It is not the same as like humanoid damage, because even just doing 10 will kill a humanoid with 100 health. Blast radius is how many studs away from the position that the explosion will do damage. Destroy joint radius, that's how far it needs the destroy joint radius is how far the player has to be for it to destroy a joint. Explosion type has to do with terrain right here. Name, pretty self-explanatory, the name of the object, and the position is the position of the explosion. So all we're going to worry about today is the position, blast radius, and blast pressure. So we are going to do E.blast pressure equals 10. E.blast radius equals 10. That should be good enough. And we also type in the position, which is the position of the explosion. So we're going to do 0, 1, 0. Alright. So let's do wait 5 seconds to let the player have enough time to load and get there so it'll actually do damage to him. Let's do play. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. There we go. See, it just did an explosion right where I wanted it to. Let's get rid of that one. So that's pretty much all there is to an explosion. It's very simple. I've used for a lot of things. Obviously, bombs probably the first thing that comes to mind. You could use it for special effects, like if you wanted to, like make it so when it kills someone, just make the blast pressure equal 0, or make the blast radius equal 0. Either one works, I believe. That'll be good for special effects. Maybe someone's appearing or something like that. Whatever you want. So that's how you create an explosion. Very simple. So now let's move on to humanoids. So first, I'm gonna press play with that blue character thing on it, and then we're gonna go into Work Explorer, into Workspace, and then go into our player character right here. Click on the little arrow right there to open it up, and then in there you should see a humanoid. Every player by default has one when they join the game. The humanoid keeps track of the player's walk speed, their health, their maximum amount of health, walking, max slope angle, jump power, and all of that kind of stuff. In sitting, see, if I click on sit, it'll make the guy sit. Platform stand is pretty much like tripping. See, do that. You tripped. Get that back up. Walk to point. It will make the humanoid or the player walk to the point specified. So let's do like 10, 0, 10. Alright, she's moving my character there. If I was to press one of the like WASD keys, it would overwrite that. So let's do like 200, 0, and then 200. See, if I moved, it would overwrite that. Target point, I believe. Let's try that. I think it has to do with like your mouse cursor. Yeah, it has to do with where your mouse is pointing, like when you click. It's not recommended to do it that way. It's better to get the player's mouse instead using a local script, which we'll go over later in other tutorials. Jump, that is, whether the player's jumping or not. See, if I click on that, it'll make the player jump without you pressing the space bar. The auto rotate, that is like when you move your character, it'll move your character in perspective to which key you press. Like, if I press W, it'll go forward. If I press D, it'll go sideways. But if you turn off auto rotate, it won't do that. Instead, it will just go in the direction of the camera. I mean, the character will stay the same rotation, but it will still go in the same direction as it normally would. So I press W right now, and see he's not rotating at all. But if I turn it back on, he will rotate in the correct ways. Let's see here. Auto jump enabled. That is like has to do with physics. Like if you maybe you walk over a part wrong, it'll make your person jump. Sometimes it'll fling you in the air. It all depends on how you touch the part and stuff. Walk to part. You can only do that setting with a script. It will make you walk to the position of the part that's in there. The health, pretty self-explanatory how much health you have. So I'll set it to 5. See, it damaged me up here. There is my health up there. It's put to 5, and it's slowly rehealing, as you can see. Let's just put it back to 100. The maximum amount of health, the maximum amount of health you can have. It's 100. If you set down to 5, see, now this can only be 5. That would make things like more difficult in the game, I guess you could say. So back to 100. Oops. That like max health would be good, like for maybe having like certain gear in a game or something like that. Maybe you got some kind of clothing that would increase your health. That's something you could do with it. The jump power, pretty much like how high you can jump. Let's do it like 500, so I can jump. I've never really seen any difference in the jumping. Let's do 50,000. Okay, you can do. Yeah, I really see no difference in the jumping. Let's try 100. Let's try 1. See what happens. Yeah, see, I don't understand how that thing works. I looked up in the wiki, and they said jump power is how much power you have in your jump, basically controlling how high it is. I looked up in the wiki, and it doesn't really do anything, so I'm not exactly sure. Maybe have to do it with the script. Who knows? We'll mess with that later. The max slope angle. That's the angle of a slope, like the maximum the maximum angle of a slope your character can walk up. So let's get a wedge and test that out. There it is. Just anchor that. Let's make it a really tall slope. Zoom out. Make it really tall. Let's see if you can do that. Nope. So let's try increasing that and see what happens. Let's try 1,089. What? That's the highest you can go? Okay, so that's the highest you can do. 89. I'm only able to count this because I'm jumping. Let's jump off. Woohoo! So let's make this much smaller. Let's try that. So we can walk up that thing. Let's change this to 1 and see what happens. Alright. So 1. And I can still walk up it. See, these new thingies, I don't know if they even work. I think they'll have to be set with using a script. I really don't know because they're not doing anything. These came out a couple days ago, actually, one of Roblox's updates. So, yeah, those are some basic properties of the humanoid. So let's go ahead and edit some of those with a script. So let's change the player's walk speed, which will change how fast the player walks. Alright? So we're going to do we're going to wait 5 seconds so we can give the player some time to load. We're going to do player equals workspace, find first child, and then we're going to do player. That should be the name of the character for now. If player, which is checking if the player exists, then we're going to look for a human in the player, so local human equals player find first child humanoid. And then what we do is if human, then human dot walk speed equals Let's do 50. All right. So it's easy as that to set the player's walk speed. You just gotta do the humanoid dot walk speed then equals however fast you want them to do. The default, in case you don't know this, is 16. That's how fast every character is by default. We're setting it to 50, which is a pretty significant amount. So let's do play, and we'll see what happens. Alright. So, see, my player's walking pretty fast right now. And so you can also change that manually. Let's go in here to the humanoid. Down here, it says walk speed is 50. Right there. That's what it says. We're gonna let's change it to 100 and see how much of a difference that makes. See, it goes pretty fast. And if you go fast enough, when you like go in one direction and you turn the other way, it'll slide a little bit. How about we change it to 1,000? See how fast that goes. Oops. Alright. So I'm going. Whoa, I just flew off right off the map because it went really fast. So you can change it to just about anything you want. I'm not sure what the maximum amount is. I never reached that amount because I never needed to. So that's pretty easy to change the walk speed. If you wanted to, you could also make the character like trip if you wanted to. That'd be good. Like maybe let's do human dot platform. Oops, sorry. Platform stand equals true. So that'll make the player trip basically. So let's not do that. So you can make it so they will trip. So we'll go like I'm walking here, and then oh no, I tripped. See, and then you can press backspace to recover from it. So that's how you use platform stand, basically tripping. If you want a player to sit, all you do is do sit equals true. Human.sit equals true. Press play. So wait 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, made my player sit. He's kind of in the ground, so you can't really see it, but you can see his legs are bent right there. And you press space to recover from it, or backspace. And so that's how you do sit. Let's see where the things are in there. There it is. Okay, so the other things in there. Yeah, so you can also kill the player just by manipulating their health. So human.health equals 0. That will kill the player. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, it killed me. So that's some stuff you could do with it. You can also do the same thing with max health. Human.max health equals 0. That will kill him too, because the health can only be as high as max health. So if max health is 0, then health will be 0, thus killing the player. So that's pretty much it. All I have for humanoids. So now let's move on to tools. Tools are very helpful. Objects in games. They're commonly used for things like guns or weapons, swords. Swords would be I'd say the easiest weapon to make. But today I'm just gonna go over the basics of tools. You know, how to do like the basic activation things. I'm not gonna go over any special scripting or anything. Just the basics on how to activate them and things like that. I'm also going to talk about the starter pack. So the starter pack is a folder which holds all of the tools that you want every single player to have. So if you place a tool in here, it'll be cloned into every player that spawns or respawns. All right. So we're going to go in the workspace and type in tool, so you can configure it best. Type in that. You can name it anything you want. We're just gonna name it. I'm just gonna name it tool for now. So let's go over some properties in the tool. So the appearance. This has to do with how these grip forward, grip pause, grip right, grip up. All those 4 things right there have to do with how the tool is being held in your character's hand. you can manipulate those to hold them differently. The name, self-explanatory again. Texture ID, that's like, here, let's put this in the starter pack real quick. I'll show you what the texture ID is. So you see that little box right there, it says tool. Well, if you set a texture ID, there will be a picture here instead of a tool, instead of the word tool. So that's what texture ID is for. There's also archivable. I don't know what that does. Can be dropped. So with tools, some of you may not know this, but with tools, if you have a tool equipped and you press the backspace key, you will drop the tool. Some people do not want that to happen. So if you disable this, you're not able to drop the tool that way. Manual activation only. That means you can only equip the tool using a script. Requires handle. In tools, for your character to be able to like put their arm up and hold the tool, they need to have a handle. So if you disable this, it means you will not need the tool for the tool to function. I mean, you will not need a handle for the tool to function, because it used to be that you would need a handle inside of the tool for you to be able to detect if it's activated or not. But this is a little something new. If you disable that, you will not need a handle for it to be activated. So that can be helpful in some cases depending on what you're doing. So now let's go over like a little configuration about it. Alright, so let's bring this back into the workspace. And let's create a part, alright? So for your character to be able to hold something in there, in their right hand, you need to have a part inside of the tool named handle. Has to be spelled exactly like that. Alright? It says handle. Then all you do is you drag it and bring it into the tool. So let's put it in the starter pack. And now when we go into equip the tool, that part should be welded to our right hand. So we can either click on this box right here, or press 1 to equip it. So I'm just gonna press 1. So it welded the part to my hand, and my player's arm shot up like that, the right arm. And if you press 1 again, it'll unequip. So that's some basic how to make a tool work, how to basically equip it, and you can resize it too. I'm just gonna resize it right here. You can't see it, but this should be 111. Just press play, and we'll see what it looks like. See, it made something right there. So that's how you do it there. And also, one thing to keep in mind, so when your tool is unequipped, it is in your backpack. So to get to your backpack, go to players, go to your player, and then open it up, and then go to backpack. That's where all your tools are stored. See, that's tool right there, and the handle that we did. So when your tool is unequipped, it's stored in the backpack. When you equip it, see, it goes away. It goes into your character. So open up workspace and go to your character. See, there's the tool right there, and it has all the stuff in there. And if you look in your right arm, it has a right grip, which is a weld. That is what keeps your tool welded attached to your right arm. And so now I'm going to go over some of these grip pos and grip right stuff here, down here in the properties. So I said before, that is how your character grips the tool in their hand. So grip pos position. So if we did like 1, it would be one stud below. See, it moved it below. That's how he's holding it now. If I did 0, it'd be holding it right in his hand. If I did -1, it'd go above his hand. You do the same thing with these things too. You can do that. I'm not sure how far you can go for 100. Oh yeah, so you can go really far. See, I did 100 and it's way out there. So you can get pretty crazy with this. Same with Z. So that's the position from this part of your hand. There are also grip right and grip up. These things have to do with like rotation. Like, let's do that. See, it rotated the brick. It'll adjust it a little bit to do it the way Roblox wants it to do it. I'm not exactly sure how it works. Grip up. Let's try doing that one. See, it rotated it. Pretty much the rest of these things have to do with rotation. let's go over the tooltip right here. So if you type in the tooltip, so this thing is just named tool. We're just gonna type in this. We're gonna say a tool you can equip. That's the tooltip. So what it does is that when you put your cursor over the square, see, if you hold it there for a second, these words will appear above it, and as you can see right there, it says a tool you can equip. So that could be an explanation of what your tool does, or if you wanted to, it could be like a naming system. Because if you have like a texture ID here, you won't be able to see that name there. So if you just see texture, you may not know what it is. So you could just type in the name right there, like you could type it in tool right there. So then when you go right here, it'll just say the name of it there if you wanted it to. So there's some basic configurations with the tool. So now let's go over some scripting with it. We're just going to do the .activated event. So enter the script into the tool. So what we're going to do is have this script listen for an event of the tool. So we're going to do script.parent, which is this tool right here, because the script it was running is right here, and its parent is that tool. So script.parent.activated connect function. We do not need any parameters for this. So let's explain what this does. So script.parent, which is the tool, this script listens for the event in that tool called activated. This event happens when you click your left mouse button. So that's how it detects if you clicked your left mouse button, which is sometimes how you do it with guns and stuff. So what we're gonna do is it's script.parent.activated. So when you click the left mouse button, we're gonna make the output say, we're gonna bring it print, hello, please like and subscribe. So let's press play. And then we'll open this up, and now we're going to click. And then down here it says, hello, please like and subscribe in the output. Right there, see? The little part I highlighted. So you can do that too. And also, a little mental note for yourself. The activated event can only be called while it is equipped. So I'll print something here so you can see if when there's a difference. Alright, so you see those little differences there. So I'll click right now with the tool unequipped, as you can see. So I click and nothing happens. So I'll equip it, and then I'll click and see it says hello, please like and subscribe. You can click as many times as you want, and it'll keep doing that. And there is also a deactivated event, which is when your left mouse button is lifted up. So when you click it, you push it down. When you unclick it, I guess you can see that, you lift it up. So what you do is use script.parent.deactivated connect function. Again, no parameters. And we're going to say print this player has deactivated their tool. Let's press play. So we're going to click down. Oops, so click. I'm holding down the mouse button right now, and it said hello, please like and subscribe. I'm going to lift up, and it said the player has deactivated the tool. Hold down, it says that. Up, it says that. You can go back and forth. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you learned something about explosions, humanoids, and tools. In some other tutorials, I will go over how to make like certain weapons and stuff, and I will someday show you how to make a little mini game with some of the things I taught you. So please like and subscribe, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and see you guys next time.